All right, welcome back and Happy New Year. We're gonna start this year off with some heavy maintenance on the Frag tank, and we're also gonna announce the 10K subscriber giveaway. Let's go. What's up, coral people? If you're new here, my name is Remy, and this is the Bahama Llama Coral YouTube channel. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload new videos. We did it! 10,000 subscribers in 2020, just before the year ended. That happened, and I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you so much for being a part of this little community that we have on YouTube. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot. Hey, in the comments, go ahead and let me know what you got for the holidays. Maybe you got a gift card to your favorite local fish store or coral vendor online. Maybe you got some new coral. Maybe you got a new tank. Let me know. I may or may not have gone on a miniature shopping spree here recently, and we'll do an unboxing here soon. We haven't done one of those in a while, so I'm really looking forward to that. Thanks for bearing with me. At the beginning of the year here, I took a couple weeks off so I could recharge the batteries, but we're back and ready to have a great year when it comes to the channel. All right, task at hand. In order to transition the Frag tank to wherever it's going next, we gotta do a deep clean. It's a part of it. We got to, and then I also want to tell you why we got to keep it up just a little bit longer, because something special happened inside the tank. I'll tell you more toward the end of the video. Now, I kind of started a Frag tank revamp last year with a part 1, and then you might have noticed there was never a part 2 or a part 3 because I just kind of let it go, and it showed. Man, the green hare algae came back with a vengeance. Meet Wedgie, the sea hare. Here he is laying on a bed of algae. He's actually eating it and has done a fantastic job. My issue was that I would remove a bunch of algae and in a week it would be back. And I would remove a bunch of algae and in a week it would be back. So I needed to disrupt that pattern, and Wedgie did a great job and has done a great job of working day and night, just doing nothing but mowing that green hare algae. I felt like the green hare algae was so bad I didn't want to douse the aquarium in vibrant or chemicals or no-pox, all that stuff. It just seemed like it was too extreme to do any of that, so I went with the sea hare route. He's done a great job, and now we're gonna take some steps to mitigate and to make sure that the green hare algae doesn't come back. So the main issue is the refugium. So when I set this tank up, I brought a bunch of rock from previous systems, and then it became a storage spot for pest zoanthids like nirvanas and pandoras and coral that just started taking over the rack. And instead of throwing it away, because it just pains me to throw away a coral, I put it in the sump. So now it's become the attic or the storage room in your basement. It's become so messy, and it's just gathering a bunch of nitrate and phosphate producing crud. So I'm gonna go ahead and siphon the sump out as much as I can get out of the sump. There's a lot of different ways that you can siphon out a sump. So you can use a python and hook it up to a sink. You can use a shop vac. There's those bucket cover shop vacs that you just put over a 5-gallon bucket. You can use those. Or you can actually start a siphon. It doesn't last for very long, and it's not as strong because you don't have that gravity there, but you can still start a regular siphon like you would out of your display tank in your sump. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a large water change and suck out as much algae as I possibly can from the sump and from the display tank, get all the detritus off the floor. So a question I get asked a lot is, what kind of salt do you use? And I use Fritz Blue Box. I have been for the last couple years. It mixes quickly, and it mixes right at the DKH that I set my tanks at. So 8 to 8.5-ish is usually what it comes in at. If you have any questions, the customer service can read the batch number on your box and tell you the exact parameters. It's just really nice to have that luxury of being able to contact their customer service to get those numbers. And if you keep a higher alkalinity tank, they also have the higher alk salt that you can purchase as well. So a couple of the preventative things that I'm going to try this time is I'm going to use fuzz out. So I'm gonna put this in my reactor and run this for a couple weeks and see if this does anything. I'm also gonna keep track of my phosphates and nitrates because I don't want them to just totally bottom out, because you can really deprive the coral of the nutrients they need by stripping the water with new media that you're not sure how it's going to affect the water. I've heard great things about fuzz out. It is from Max Out Aquatics, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this today. And I'm also going to upgrade a pump that I've got in the Frag tank right now to get some more circulation. I've noticed a lot of detritus build up, and I think that's because the pump is like half dead. I've had it for a long time. It needs to be replaced. It has one speed, you plug it in and it just goes. So I wanted to upgrade and come into the 21st century with some of my tank equipment. And so I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with the Extreme SDC from Siche. I've been seeing nothing but great things about these. I see posts on Instagram and on YouTube all the time about them. The fact that it will read your temperature and you can control it from your phone, like those are all pros for me. I love that. So gonna get some more circulation in the tank with that Siche pump as well. When it comes to hare algae and pests like flatworms and things, you just gotta be persistent with it. And I just was not persistent with the hare algae. I let it go too long, too far, and I'm paying for it now. So I'm hoping to eradicate that, to get it out of the tank, to put some measures into place to control the nutrients in my tank, cleaning up that refugium area a little bit more so that detritus is easier to clean, and hoping that the fuzz out will do the trick too, to kind of mitigate the hare algae growth. In this hobby, there are special things that happen that are unexpected things. And I think that those are the things that keep people coming back time and time again. As I was doing my weekly manual removal of hare algae in this tank, I noticed on a plug that there was something that I'd never seen before. I pulled it out of the tank and I was examining it, and I noticed that the clownfish were going crazy, probably because I just removed all of their eggs that were laid on this Frag plug. And so these two clowns, which I've had for about 3.5 years now, have started to spawn. And maybe they have been doing this for quite some time now. I don't know. This is the first time that I've noticed. So I've been doing some research on how to rear clownfish fry, and I want to try it. I want to take you through that journey. And we might not be successful the first couple times, but I've got some pretty good connections with people here in St. Louis, world-renowned breeders of marine fish here in St. Louis, and then of course the wide world of clownfish breeders out there online too. I hope to bring you some of that expert level research and advice if you decide to rear clownfish down the road too. That'll be a special series coming up at some point. I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I hope it gets you up to speed with my situation here in 2021. We were tying up some loose ends in this video, so thank you for coming along. There's lots of things in motion right now as far as future videos are concerned, some upcoming series, and we'll get to that. I'm excited to share that with you. Speaking of exciting, the 10K subscriber giveaway is upon us, and I think you're gonna like what's in this one. Super easy to enter. I just need you to follow at Bahama Llama Coral on Instagram and then leave a comment down below. The much anticipated grand prize will include a Space Invader Pectinia and Zoanthid from Ben or Rogue Reef Inc. Tyler or Inland_Reef on Instagram is going to donate one of his toadstool frags. He just fragged up his big giant toadstool in his tank. Also a macroalgae starter pack. I know he's got some blue hypnea in there and some dragon's breath. And the grand prize winner will get a frag of my weeping willow leather coral. Siche is also on board, and they're going to put up this Ultra Zero. Also a shirt, the new Follow the Whale shirt that they have, which is pretty cool, and some pump clean. Ken from 7 Feet of Reef is going to donate a box of frags shipped to your door. And Max Out Aquatics is coming through with the media pack, so you get the Max Out, the Fuzz Out, the Coral Max, and some more goodies in there. If you're watching internationally, I'm so sorry, this is gonna be US only. There might be an opportunity, and I'll have to check with the vendors for the dry goods to be shipped internationally, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But definitely, because we are going to be shipping live coral, that needs to be an overnight shipment, so that's going to be the lower 48. If you could, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload new videos. I want to give a special shout out to Scott Crow, who hooked us up with the Max Out products in the giveaway. Obviously, Ocean State Aquatics. Max Out, he's kind of the guy behind all that. You can check out the brand new store that they just opened up in Seekonk, and the store is pretty awesome. Although it is freshwater, it's just cool to see the ever-expanding Ocean State Aquatics. So go check out their YouTube channel and their Facebook page for more. Don't forget to comment down below. That will be your entry into the 10K subscriber giveaway. And make sure to follow Bahama Llama Coral on Instagram. Be safe, and I'll see you next week.